Inside the Ropes, taking you behind the scenes of tournament preparation. GCSA ATV recently sat down with Mike Giuffre, Class A Superintendent at Congressional Country Club, and Mike Davis, Executive Director of USGA, to discuss the upcoming 2011 U.S. Open. Giuffre is excited to host the event.
I've done 14 regular tour events with a dream of always being able to be involved in a major, and you know, it's really exciting. The realities come into it when this winter we're laying out some gravel pads on our other golf course to set up for the infrastructure of the corporate areas. But you know, it's an experience, and luckily I've been able to go to some of the other events and experience it firsthand as a volunteer and as also behind the scenes, and it's something we really look forward to at Congressional.
This year's U.S. Open is just around the corner, but the preparations started some time ago.
We generally start, I'd say, 6 to 7 years, maybe even 8 years in advance of doing an analysis of a potential site. And part of that analysis is, you know, not just how it would work operationally and how, you know, where are we going to park vehicles and what hotels and so on, but it's how we think the golf course is going to play. You know, we won't get real specific as to necessarily green speeds or rough heights and things like that. It's more of, okay, we want to come to Congressional. We're either completely satisfied as is with a golf course, or we think there may be a few enhancements needed. The blue course at Congressional has always been a great championship course. I mean, you look at the history of it, just some great championships, not only U.S. Opens, but just some great, you know, events, tour events over the years.
Right off the bat, you're interested in what you need to get accomplished and try to create yourself a timeline from, you know, when that event's going to start, and depending on what kind of work you have to get done. In our case, we had a little surprise in between with the AT&T PGA Tour event.
Because of the AT&T national event, Congressional's time frame for completing projects was tightened, but that did not deter them from making some big changes.
One of the big things that Congressional did very recently is they rebuilt all their greens. And this isn't just a regrassing, this is a full rebuilding of the greens. And they just, you know, our timeline was, our window of opportunity was so, you know, so tight that if something didn't go right, you know, potentially it really could have affected the Open.
We used to have Poania on our greens and on a poor mix to begin with. So, you know, we made and I give the membership a lot of credit, they made the decision based on the way the golf course was playing that, you know, this just isn't a sustainable situation during those tough summer months. So we went in there and did the environmentally correct things, put some good strong bent grasses in there. It was a balance of things. I mean, we had to balance a lot in that couple of years where we were doing that construction, and then coming right out of that into the fall we started narrowing fairways, adding the remaining tees. We had a couple of bunkers that we put in on the 16th hole, and then we removed the bunker on number 12 to bring a stream more into place.
At 60 days before the event, Giuffre is now just waiting for the weather to improve to get things going.
So you're playing the weather game. I mean, it's been a cold spring, so things haven't woke up quite as quickly as they do some years, but this is a mid-Atlantic, so you never know what's going to happen when spring really arrives. Today was probably the first day where we got a good amount of clippings off the greens, so it's just a matter of getting the soils temperatures warming up and the grass starting to move, and then we can start dialing in green speeds and fairways and roughs and all that good stuff. We just finished aerification last week. I feel real good about where we're at. We've got a great staff. Dave Hutchinson is our superintendent of courses, and Derek Trenchard is our superintendent of the blue course. And they have worked just non-stop for the last 2.5 years with all the renovations that we've done to the golf course, and done a fantastic job. You know, we're just so happy to have bent grass greens going into an event like this instead of the Poania greens that we had before. So we're really looking forward to having a great event here.
Davis says the superintendent is key to producing a successful major tournament like the U.S. Open.
As many people that are involved with the putting, I mean, literally the conduct and the operations, administration of a U.S. Open, which are thousands of people. I mean, you take the volunteers, the vendors, you know, all the different groups, media. There's truly, I mean, you look at it, and I'm telling you, the person that's the most important to the success of a U.S. Open is the golf course superintendent. I mean, that's, you know, this is all about conducting a national championship. Mike and his staff have done such a great job with all the organization, all the things that needed to get done in these years leading up to it, that they're ready. I mean, they're basically going to be at that point of they're just going to be reacting to what you know, Mother Nature throws us.